Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video we're going to be going over the changes and updates coming to Black Mage in Final Fantasy XIV's next expansion, Shadowbringers. Now, this information is coming to you from the recent North American media tour, which I attended. As such, everything you see and hear here is still in development and subject to change, whether it be potencies, effects, whatever. We're just going to have a little watermark so you guys don't forget throughout the video. With that, let's get started. Now, Black Mage is a job that isn't really going to change too much going into the next expansion. Some of the adjustments and changes are just going to make it a little bit more friendly to play, especially in a variety of circumstances. In fact, looking at the similar skills list that we've been doing for all the other videos, honestly, I don't even have to really say them. That's almost all of the spells and abilities that Black Mage already has. If there are changes, there are mostly potency changes, but it's not really too much to talk about because we don't really know how it affects the actual new calculations going into the damage. You probably also noticed that the majority of Black Mage's spells and abilities also just got to remain. The only skill that was actually removed was Convert, and it was actually replaced with a new skill, so it's not even going to really feel like it's gone. Now, of the skills that were already available in Stormblood, they did see some changes going into Shadowbringers, but only a few. One of the more noticeable ones is Freeze, which will now allow you to change from Astral Fire into Umbral Ice with maximum stacks. This means it can be integrated into your AoE rotation much more smoothly. On top of that, once you get a trait for it, it generates an Umbral Heart, which can only help your AoE rotation as well. On the other side of the AoE coin is Flare, which also saw an adjustment that Black Mages should be mostly accepting of. Instead of those different tiers of fall-off damage going all the way to 75% after enough targets, it's now a flat 40% fall-off damage after the first target. So on less amount of targets, that's probably not better, but on more and more targets, at least your damage will be more regular. Another one that saw a more noticeable change is Sharp Cast with a new trait that it got, lowering it to 30 seconds. This should make it much more usable for the same way you were using it before. Finally, Enochian just got a 5% damage boost with a new trait that they actually got. On top of that, Polyglot now stacks to 2 at level 80 with another new trait. As for these new skills and traits, again, these are really just things to kind of fix up and give you a few more options for what the Black Mage was already doing before. We mentioned Convert was removed before and that another skill replaced it. Mana Font is that skill. It grants you 30% MP without sacrificing any HP on a 3-minute cooldown. The next one is Despair, and it's described as a single target flare equivalent. It has a slightly lower cast time and is also affected by Umbral Hearts, but it's just something that you're probably going to work into your rotation. Now, with another change that actually came to Black Mage, in that it actually costs 0 MP to swap between forms as long as you're at maximum stacks of Astral Fire or Umbral Ice, you should feel a lot safer about finishing up your Fire phase with a Despair, because even if you are sitting at 0 MP, you'll still be able to cast Blizzard 3. Another new ability Black Mage has got is Umbral Soul, which is almost like the Black Mage equivalent of Form Shift for Monk. It generates a stack of Umbral Ice, of course resetting the duration, and also generates an Umbral Heart. So you'll basically use this when there's no targets to hit, but you want to be fully prepared for when a target does become available again. This will allow you to maintain your stack, stay in Ice form, get your Umbral Hearts without needing to cast Blizzard 4 when the target comes back, and then get right back to what you were doing. Their final new skill is Xenoglossy, which is a single target foul. Now, on top of being a higher potency when attacking only a single target, it's also instant cast, so it gives the Black Mage a little bit more mobility than they had before. So basically, if you're in an AoE situation, still cast foul. If you're in a single target rotation, use Xenoglossy. And finally, we come to the traits. Most of them remain the same: Magic and Mend, Thundercloud, Firestarter, the various Thunder Masteries, Enhanced Umbral Hearts, and Enhanced Enochian are all the same. We already mentioned that Enhanced Freeze, which gives them the Umbral Heart. We mentioned the Aspect Mastery, which is the one that allows you to change between forms at a cost of 0 MP. And finally, we got Enhanced Sharp Cast, which changes the cooldown of it to 30 seconds to make it a lot more usable. And that's it for Black Mage. It should still feel very familiar to you, but now you can adjust to the, quality of life updates that Black Mage actually got. So if you were really good at Black Mage before, you're still going to be really good at it without really having to adjust your playstyle all too much. You're just able to more carefully handle certain situations with the new skills and traits that you got. Anyway, that's going to be a wrap for me on the Black Mage video. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and check out the other videos I posted. There's like 20 of them that I just put out today. On top of that, big shout out to some other Final Fantasy XIV content creators who are at the North American Media Tour. While I don't even remember which videos I needed traits and hoverovers for, anything I was missing, I've been able to reach out to others who were attending, and I've been able to get those resources to me. We've been working together on that, so I just wanted to give them a shout out for helping me bring you the best content I possibly can. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see all of you in one of the other videos, and until then, take care.